Shalom, and give all praise unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Karkadash. Let me try to adjust this real quick. There we go. All right, Shalom Akim. Let me give all praise unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Bashem Karkadash. Give double honors to the apostles and elders, which are the apostles elders that rule the great millstone, to your full elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's pushing this truth with sincerity, honesty, and faith. That's coming in these last days in the confusion of faith. It's a sort of a happy day. Not too happy. My live stream privileges got put back on, So, go to your enemy for the one of all things, even the live stream, So it's a beautiful thing. But I just wanted to jump. I didn't even know it was on really. I just tried it and it came on. So it's hey, Brakati How Brakati Shy. And as you can see from the title of the video, the title of the video is let your inner man shine. All right, because I woke up this morning and brothers were speaking about that being in the zone, and staying in the zone of the spirit, and that's the inner man. Because a lot of the things that we went off in, and a lot of things that we fell was listening to the flesh, because the flesh is wicked, man, wicked above all things. So I just got some couple verses put together, and it just came to that conclusion that the inner man has to shine. I know I've touched on this before about the inner man, but the inner man is getting more and more important in these last days, because we're gonna need that more than anything else. The flesh is gonna get weak, man. Even Yahushua said that it's gonna get weak. It is weak, because it wants to go after everything under the sun, but the true ways of Yahweh Yahushua, because that's how the Lord created it. That's how it was set up to happen. So we just gonna jump into it. Man, I'm excited to get the live stream back, man. Hey, this is what's up. But I'm just gonna jump into a couple verses, and I don't know if I can share the screen on this one. Let me see here. I can't share the screen on this one, but either way, let me get it right into it. I'm gonna jump into it. The first scripture I have is 1 Corinthians. Because you see with these guys coming out here that's making different so-called doctrines out of nowhere. That what is that toilet water doctrine they coming up with, man? Because they're listening to that flesh. The inner man is gonna lead you by the spirit. That's why brothers say, man, that spirit, that's a spirit, that's a spirit. By the spirit, try the spirit by the spirit. The spirit is within, man. Because this spirit comes from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. What's charging this flesh is just a vehicle, It's just a vehicle for it. But what's the main power is what comes from the Most High, man, which is the spirit, which is energy, which is fire. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says the Most High is a consuming fire. He's the chief of the spirits. He's the chief of us. So we got that, Lord of the Flies out here. But it's the spirit that's within us that is motivating us to go through this, because we can't see what we're teaching. We got plenty of research and historical things that we can pull out, but at the end of the day, it's faith, man. You got to come by faith, strictly by faith. You can't put a tangible thing on it. What's bonding all of us together? You got men that have walked different walks of life. You got men that are born in different countries that are linking up with brothers that are, not even of their culture type, but but what's bonding us together is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. So let me get right into it. This is 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 16. I'll start at 15, and it says, "For though ye have 10,000 instructors in Mashiach, yet have ye not many fathers. For in Mashiach ye Salakia." Let me read that from the top. It says, "For though ye have 10,000 instructors in Mashiach, yet ye not many fathers. For in Mashiach Yahushua I have begotten you through the gospel." And that's what the apostles elders have gotten us, through the gospel, through the good news. All of us that's coming in right now, we fall under this scripture right here, man. The apostles and elders have gotten us through what? The gospel. We believed and we went into it. That's why it also calls us the children of Abraham, because we're coming by faith, man. We're coming by faith. That's all we got. It's all we got. We don't got nothing else. You know, the world don't got nothing for you. But right here, we found rest. That's why it says, "Come and rest with us. Come and rest in these scriptures. Come and rest in the good news that you're gonna have deliverance. You're not gonna have to be under your enemy in oppression. You're gonna have a home. You're gonna have land. You're gonna have an inheritance." Just like I was watching the elders in Dallas, man. They said, "Look, it's a curse that you don't have nothing to leave for your children besides bills and debt." That's a hell of a thing. You already worried about your family when you gotta go out. How much more you know you're gonna leave them debt and more woes and sorrows, man. Esau don't got to worry about that, man. Esau got something in the bank waiting for him. It's called trust funds. And when I was growing up, I knew a couple trust fund kids, man. They literally had increments of their trust fund. 18, they got a piece. 21, they got a piece. 25, 20, it increased to when they got all of it because the Esau set it up so they wouldn't blow it through their lifetime. They wouldn't get all the money and then blow it all off. There's kids that got money in increments, man. They don't have to work. They only work just because they don't want to look like laziness, But that's what we don't get that blessing, but we're getting ready to inherit that blessing. It's gonna be more fruitful because we're gonna see our kids enjoy their inheritance. Your kids, your great great grandkids, your great 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 grandkids, man. And they're gonna know that that came from you if you're a hopeful elect, man. That's good news. That's gospel, isn't it? You know? And it says, um, let me make sure. Oh, so like, yeah, this is good. It says, "For though ye have 10,000 instructors in Mashiach, yet ye not many fathers. For in Mashiach Yahushua I have begotten you through the gospel. Wherefore I beseech you, be ye followers of me." And that's where we went. And these guys that are falling to the wayside, they're not followers of Yahushua, man, because they never followed them to begin with. They followed their own belly. They followed their own lust and life to be somebody, to find something to propel them to another level. Just like Nate, man. Nate's not following after the Lord for truth's sake. He's following that because he's getting pulled. He's got a spell over them people, man, by the way of the world. He's using the world to bamboozle Jake. Because Jake is always yearning for something, man. We're always looking for that better so-called life, man. But we ain't gonna find it here because it's not our rest. It's coming. It's around the corner. And it says, now let's jump to 2 Corinthians 4:16. It's the book of 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 16. It says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." That's why Yahweh Shah said, "What? Give us today our daily bread." This thing is a day-to-day thing, man. That's why I can don't get hung up. If you got one bad day, cool. The next day may not be a bad one. If you got a bad week, the next week may not be a bad week. It's a day-by-day thing, man. The Most High trying us, man. That should be an honor in itself to be tried by Yahweh Shah, man. Because if he don't care about you, he'll make you a multi-billionaire and sit you somewhere. Have you have all the women you want, the jewelry, all the things that you yearn for in this world. That's when he don't care about you, man. But the ones that he cares about, he puts the most hell on. He focuses on. You know, just like John. Look at John the Baptist. John the Baptist was the greatest prophet among men, and the Lord had him living in the wilderness eating locusts and wild honey. You would think that, oh man, damn, how could the Lord do that? But you don't know the deepness of it. That's why it says his thoughts are not your thoughts. You don't realize what came out of that, man. John became a better prophet from the situation he was in, man. Hey, Shalom, Joplin. Hey, my man. Hey, if you brothers, hey, man. Brothers call in, man. Think I got my phone out here. If not, I go grab it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, hey, this is the thing that we in. John was a better prophet for the Lord in that hardship. Just the same way we are, man. We're better men for being in hardship. What does it say? Victory has made you weak. When you have that money and that good lifestyle, you get comfortable. That's why it says, "Who is the Most High that I should follow him?" That's the attitude the guys get in when they got too much. But when you got just enough, man, you keep fighting and you keep running for this thing, man. And it says, for though, and it says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish. And that's when we look to the world. That's why they be like, man, what are you doing crazy on the corner? Why are you out there on the corner? Why are you doing this? Why are you so-called professing the words? Why are you doing it for? No, because it looks like our outward man is perishing to the world, but the inner man is renewed day by day. That means your spirit is getting renewed. That inner man is shining, because you might look like you're dead to the world, but truly on the inside, man, you're being a better man for it. Like I said in the earlier video, I said, look, this truth requires you to be a better man. It requires of you. It brings out that better man in you, because you're forced to eat better. You're forced to treat people better. You're forced to treat your brothers better, man. And you're forced to act right. You know, you're supposed to follow the law. You're going to treat your parents. My parents, should I treat my parents better now than I have in the world? Why? Because I know the law, statutes, and commandments. And I try to follow that to the best of my ability. Even when they call me crazy and, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you don't go to church no more. All that is to the wayside. But they, one thing they can't say is that I'm not a good son to them. When they need something, I'm there. When they need, hey, I'm there. In the world, hey, shit, I dodge my parents, man. You know, but back to it. You know, I get on tangent, man. And it says, this is verse 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment. Let me finish 16. It says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. It's only for a little bit, I can compare it to eternity. Compare all this to eternity. Your bullshit job, man. There's gonna be a time you're gonna look on catching hell like, damn, man, we were catching all the way hell. It's gonna be something you laugh at over a bottle of expensive aged wine. You know? Hey, shalom, GMS the spirit, man. Hey, but that's gonna be something you laugh at over a bottle of aged wine. You're gonna be like, damn, man, we used to have to work. You have to get a job. Brothers be like, yeah, I used to have to bag groceries. I used to have to pick up trash or clean toilets. You gonna laugh about that, man, because it's a light affliction compared to eternity with Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. We're gonna be in eternal rest. Nothing's gonna shake us. Nothing's gonna move us. You're gonna see your family just prosper. It's gonna be a beautiful time. And it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Then I just say it, eternal. That's what we looking forward to. I know brothers got to magnify that eternal, man. We're gonna be ever with the Most High. He said, no need for a temple, no need for a church. That show you the Most High didn't take pleasure in the temple and the church. It was just to prepare us. Just like I always say, when we've gotten to the Passover was to prepare us for Yahweh Shai. That was always to prepare us for the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. That was a prophecy, a prophetic act, man. When we had to sacrifice the lamb, we had to sacrifice the lamb and know there had to be atonement for our sins, just like because Yahweh Shai was that chief atonement, man. We don't have to sacrifice no more. The Lord said He don't take pleasure in rams. You can sacrifice all the rams in Basra and in all the land. You can do that, but it won't please Him, man. It says because it says what's obedience is better than sacrifice. So that's what He wants. So the temple was just a grooming to where we at now, because the temple is going to be within us. We're going to be the temple. He's going to dwell with us. The Holy of Holies is going to be right here, man. It's going to be within you. That's a hell of a blessing, man, because everybody couldn't go into the Holies of Holies. Now we're going to have the Holies of Holies within us, man. He's going to be with us and dwell with us, man. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? When I know you, I can, think about, man, that good times with somebody you looked up to, man. You know, when you came to the glimpse of being whole, man. You know, I was just reading a thing, but let me keep reading. And it says, verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's what we're waiting on. The things we can't see, man, it's gonna be forever, man. The chariots, you gonna have a chariot over your house. You got guys that want to knock the chariots because they don't believe they're gonna make it. How you gonna knock the very thing that's gonna come and grab you from your slavery? Why would you try to disprove that, man? Because you don't believe you're gonna make it, man. Something in you believe that you ain't making it, man. That's why you wanna take it from other brothers and have other brothers not believing in it. Because you in a shit pot. You feeling a type of way. Man, I believe in the chariots, man. I've seen the chariots. I've witnessed the chariots. I don't have to have a bonehead nigga that fell off the truth to try to disprove that. That ain't gonna work, man. Once you see it in yourself, and the Lord didn't have to show me that. I believed it before, but I've seen multiple of them, man. For those that can receive it. Let me see if there's a comment. Yeah, yeah, Con, GMS 144 is, yeah, it's gonna be like waking up from a bad dream, man. You're gonna be like, man, you're gonna be like, it's gonna be one of them dreams you scared when you wake up. Because you know that it was so vivid, it was so real. That's gonna be this, man. You're gonna be like, damn, man, we used to get sick. You're gonna tell your children, like, yeah, you used to have to get sick, because they're gonna see a heathen like that. They're gonna be like, damn, what's wrong with him? You're gonna have to tell them and check them, like, look, we used to be like that. We used to get sick when we sinned. We went against the power, man. Your kids are never going to have to go to no damn, oh, I got kids crying because of ear infection. You ain't got to worry about that, man. That's going to be a thing of the past, man. Yeah, yeah, hundreds of videos with UFOs. Now let's go, because now we touching on the inward man. I'm going to show you how the Lord looks. Now let's go to 1 Samuel. This is the book of 1 Samuel 16 and verse 7. And we're going to show you how the Most High looks at men. Because we don't know what our man, man, that's why you don't judge no brothers, man. You don't judge a brother based on his look. You judge a brother based on that spirit, man. You don't know, because you don't know Yahweh Shah's brothers are amongst us, man, in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? That there was in the ancient world, but they making that calling and election sure about doing the work. This is 1 Samuel 16 and verse 7. And it says, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance. Don't look on his beauty. Don't look on the way he looks. It says, look something deeper. That's the outward man. The countenance goes into the outward man. That's what they're speaking about. The countenance is the outward man. And it says, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, which is the flesh. You would think, oh damn, why aren't these basketball players coming in here? You got LeBron James and all these tall, big body men. Why ain't they in it? You don't see that much of that in the truth, man. You don't see a lot of that in the truth. We got a lot of tall brothers in the truth, but it's not based on that, man. It's not. That's not the basic of what's going to be like a great prophet. He got to be about 5. He got to be about 6'2", about 200 solid. No, that is not criteria, man. And it says, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on his height of his stature, but I have refused him. So the Most High gets rid of. Look at the NBA. The Most High has refused a lot of them guys. Look at the NFL. The Most High has refused a lot of them guys. He deals with lonely men. Men that they ain't nothing special about us for real. There's something special, but they're in the world's eyes. There's nothing really special about us, man. Some brothers could have been in the NFL, been in the NBA, but the Lord took them up out of that. And it says, for the Lord seeth not as men see it. For man looketh on the outward appearance, the flesh, but the Lord looketh on the heart, which goes into the spirit. The reason you have this truth is something that's in you that the Lord sees worthy to hold his words, man. You don't see a king handing a scepter to anybody. A king doesn't go and hand a scepter to anybody. That's what you're a scepter holder, man. You're holding the glory of the Lord, man, which is the word, statutes, and commandments. This truth, this book, the understanding and the knowledge. That's why the guys that hold it unworthily, they get cast out, man. But the Lord is seeing something within you find worthy to be like, I'm gonna allow this man to hold my words and to push my words. That's why, man, don't ever take it lightly. This is the greatest. We're holding truckloads of gold, silver, diamonds, rubies. I mean, the riches are untold, man. We're holding the tombs of ancient kings. I mean, it's really in your palms, man. So if you let go, that's on you, man. That's on you. You can't, the Lord pushed you out. But in the same point, that's why we say you have the glory of the Lord. You have the majesty of Yahweh Shem Shai, which is his word, which is his knowledge. That's why the angels sometimes will say, don't write that. Tell the prophets, no, don't write that. That's not meant to be seen. Because there was too much glory, too much sauce. Hey, let me read. Let me see what's here. Yeah, you got hundreds of you up. Yeah, that brother always said that. Let me jump back and this is Proverbs. Now I'm just gonna slide through these scriptures, man. You brothers got some precepts. I'll definitely get them, man. This is Proverbs 20 and 27. This is Proverbs verse 20 and 27, and it says, "The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord." See that? Check that out. It says, "The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord." You know what I gotta get now? Check this out. Look how the precepts go. This is the book of Matthew 5 in verse 16. It says, "Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Your spirit, when you out there on the highways and byways, that your spirit shining. That's why people look at you like, oh shit, because your flesh is taking the back note and your spirit is coming to the forefront. That's why I said, let your spirit shine, man. If it's in you to do the work, that's the greatest thing you can do on the planet Earth. Fuck the rest, fuck your women, fuck the children, all that is secondary, if not third or fourth dairy compared to the spirit, man. Now let me go back to Proverbs, and it says Proverbs 20 and 27, and it says, "The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly," which is the inward man, which is the spirit. And it says, "Mercy and truth preserve kings, and his throne is upholden by mercy," just like David. That's why it says we hope we have the tender mercies of David. We want those mercies, man. And David was a king. Even in the greatness of that he still got mercy, you know? And let's keep going, man. Shalom to you, Akim, that's popping in too, man. Shalom. It's the book of Isaiah 40 and verse 29. This is Isaiah 40 and verse 29. And it says, "He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength." That's why I said, look, man, the Most High is increasing your inward man. That's what's getting that boost of faith, man. That's why, look, brothers get sick, different things like that. But the inward man is there. That's what allows you to do sit downs, allows you to go into breakdowns, allows you to do these things, man. And which is an honor, man. We're in the greatest time you could ever be living. To be on the planet Earth in the coming of the Lord and the prophecies and the breakdowns to be known, man. And the apostles are right when they say that the men that wrote the Bible didn't even know what they were writing. Now we know it. Now we can break it down, that's a great honor, man. That's why Esau's jocking he's jocking our nuts, man. Esau's listening too, man. You vertebrate Negroes say this ain't the truth, man. You tripping because the kings of the earth are paying attention, man. They're paying attention to the way we move, man. Okay, and it says, let's keep going. Um, 40 and 29, and it says, "Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and shall run and not be weary, and shall walk and not be faint." That's spiritual power, man. The Lord is going to allow us to break the boundaries of what humans can do, what this flesh can do. The Most High is going to take the safety off of us. Just like when you take the safety off of a weapon, man, that's what the Lord is going to allow to happen with us, man. He's going to take the safety off of us and allow us to spray these heathens, man. We don't need no tanks. We don't need no planes. We don't need no Air Force, no Army, no Marines. We got spiritual ones, man. The Most High is going to allow the spiritual Marines to get to work it, man. That's why I said I've sent for many fishers. Then I shall send for many hunters, man. And Esau reads that. He knows the deal. That's why he assesses the men that he needs to assess. What does it say? The art of war, know thy enemy. You don't think he's doing dossiers on all the men out here, man? He knows what you like. He knows what you don't like, what you drink, where you walk, where you talk, what clothes you like. All that is a dossier on you, man. All right. Let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah 45 and 3. It's the book of Jeremiah 45:3. And I'm only trying to get a couple verses in, man. You know how Esau had you doing all types of bullshit throughout the day. This is Jeremiah 45:3. And it says, Thou didst say, Woe is me now, for the Lord has added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sight, and I find no rest. Because what? That's where you come in this truth and you feel like, damn, man, everything going wrong. I don't have nothing's going right. Everything seems like it's falling around me. But this is the precept for that. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, 4 and 7. It's one of my favorite scriptures right here. I advise you, brothers, to read it if you have not. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 4 and verse 17. And I started 16. It says, If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And it says, If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generations shall hold her in possessions. Because when you make it, and the elect make it, that's going to be your children's children's children. That's why it says the generation shall inherit her. And it says, For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways. When you come in this truth, you were crooked, man. You were broken. You weren't right. You ate pork. You committed adultery. You lined yourself up. All these things that broke the law, you were crooked. That's why she walked by you by those ways. But check it out. It says, For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread. And what did it say down here? This is Jeremiah 45 and verse 3. And it says, Thou didst say, Woe is me now, for the Lord has added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sight, and I find no rest. This is Sirach 4 and verse 17. It says, For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. See, you're going to be tried by this thing, man. Because once you're tried, because gold has to be tried, silver has to be tried, man. Like in the ancient, those Wild Wild West movies, where they'll take the gold, right? And they'll take the gold and they'll bite it. That's trying it to see if it's real gold, man. They didn't have no testers back then. So they had to bite it and see if it was real gold. So that's the same thing with this truth. You got to be tried, man. And biting is pressure. That's pressure on that gold, man. So it's being pressure. We're putting pressure on us. But man, look, brothers, hey, we're gonna make it, man. If you a part of that number, you're gonna make it regardless, no matter what you go through, no matter what life you live in, man. If it's of the truth, man, you're gonna be preserved to go to that finishing line. And it says, Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secret. You know? Hey, the brother from GMS Joplin, it's Psalms 29 and 11. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. And we know Yahweh Shai is what? It's Solomon, which is peace. He's gonna bring that peace to us, man. You know? The brother just posted, this is Sirach 25. It says, For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Because if we're gonna get out better, man, we're gonna be better than we was when we came into that fire. Check that out, man. I gotta fix this light, man. We gonna be better than we was when we came out that fire, man. That's a blessing right there. Because the Lord tries you, man. A good father will put it on you. Like, hey, a good father will whoop his son. You'll whoop your son because you putting him through that furnace, man. So he'll be right. So how much more us, man? Our Father's putting us through spiritual trials, physical trials, and it's all out of love. There's nothing. The Most High is the chief of love. He knows what love is. You might think it's hate, hate, hate. I always remember this when I was going through my hardship. You pray for faith, but then you're surprised if hardship comes to you. You pray to have more faith, but then you get mad when hardness comes to you, when hard times come. How do you know that hard time is not to increase your faith? How do you know those hard times are not to increase your faith? The Most High gives it to you in ways that you don't expect. You think faith is just gonna come like a next day delivered package with bows on it, little butterflies flying around it, all mystical? No, man. It might come with hard shit. You might have to go through a little bout of depression, and you might have to lose this, lose that, no job, your woman go crazy. All those things are to strengthen that faith, man. That's how it comes. He knows how to do it. The Lord said, "Oh, that's why it says, be careful what you ask for, because you might just get it." All right. Let me see. That's it on that. That's it on that. Let me get this. This is Romans. This is Romans, and I'm gonna jump right on the comment board. I ain't gonna hold you Akim too much. Hey, I don't mind. I don't mind dwelling with the brothers, man. But this is Romans 7:22. The point is hit, man. This is Romans 7 and verse 22, and it says, For I delight in the law of Yahweh after the inward man." See that? The flesh don't delight in the Lord. The flesh delights in everything it wants to do, man. The flesh delights in watching twerking going on. It don't delight in the laws of the Lord, man. We delight in it now. Because why you think we got beards on our face? Why you think we don't get lined up? Why you think we don't eat pork? Because we delight in it. It's not a fashion statement. It's not a fashion statement. This is something that we yearn for and we want to do. But the flesh falls, man. And if you are him out there that's coming in this true fresh, man, you're gonna fall. You're going to fall. I promise you, you're gonna fall. Like my man Batman said, it's why do you fall? To learn to get up again. That was a heavy statement when he said that in the movie. It was one of the mantras in that movie. Why do you fall, Bruce? To learn to get back up again. You got to get back up when you fall, man. That's why it says a righteous man falleth 7 times, but he getteth up again. You got to get up, man. No matter if you fall, damn, man, it went off. Get up. Be better, man. Learn from it. Learn from it. This is the brother GMS the Spirit. It says that this is we already read that. This is GMS the Spirit again, Sirach 28 or Sirach 2 and 8. It says, "Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail." Of course, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, man, the Lord is not slack on his promises. And he gonna plug us. The Lord is going to show out when it comes to what he's gonna give his elect. He's been waiting for it. Imagine preparing a surprise for this many times, thousands of years, waiting to give it to the men. When the foundation, imagine that's like seeing a present that your parent just holds up in the top. And you just got to look at it all the time. You don't know what's in the box, but it's going to be something you've never even imagined, man. It's going to make you cry, man. You're going to cry in the kingdom. Cry tears of joy. You don't cry tears of joy in this kingdom. Shit, Jay cries when they get their bill paid. Jay could get happy if they got their car payment paid. Oh shit. The tears we gonna cry, man, is gonna be something that we've never even witnessed, man. So you know, let me see here. And it says, "But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members." That's why I say you won't fall, man. So hey, Akim, I just wanted to put this out there to you brothers, man. Hey, hold on. There's one more. This is Luke 12 and 32. And it says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." And that's beautiful. Because I've been that verse has been coming here and there these past couple of days. He wants to give us this, man. He wants to give us this kingdom, and it's gonna be something we've never imagined, man. Your women gonna be in order, your kids gonna be in order, everything gonna be in order. The air, and then check this out. You're gonna see your eyes are gonna change, so you're gonna be able to see the Lord's glory in its fullness. Imagine that, because everybody don't got 2020, because 2020 is not the top vision. Most I can make 100 where you can see, zoom in on things, and we can get his eyes up like eagles, man. Eagle can fly all the way up in the sky and see prey that's on the ground, man. Bunny rabbits, squirrels, you can see little tiny objects. So we're gonna be able to we're gonna see the Lord's fullness in 20, 100, 1,000. Them new bodies, man, like the brother just said, man. It's gonna be beautiful, Akim. So it's something to endure for. Water for you brothers coming by, man. Hey, this is my first stream. YouTube unlocked my my news page. So hey, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, man. So hey, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kodash, Kodash, man. Shalom, Akim. Stay safe. Stay prayed up and keep that faith, man. We almost at the finish line, man. Shalom, Akim. Shalom.